Vaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome, dear devotees. We are reading from Canto 1 of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter number 11, titled Lord Krishna's Entrance into Dwarka. We are beginning our study today from text number 29. तः पुत्रमङ्कमारोप्य स्नेहसूतापयोदरः हर्षविह्वलितामाना शिशिचूर्नेत्रजलैः. Let's start reading. Krishna Prabhu, you want to read?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, everyone. The mothers, after embracing their son, sat him on their laps. Due to pure affection, milk sprang from their breasts. They were overwhelmed with delight, and the tears from their eyes wetted the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So yesterday we were at the occasion where Lord Krishna is entering into Dwarka along with the elderly relatives and the Brahmanas, and there were the white feathered fans. They were going in the semicircle. There was an umbrella on top of Krishna, and he was entering. The first place he goes into Dwarka is his parents' home. Prabhupada writes, it seems from the description that the parents or Vasudev, they were living separate in a different palace, and Krishna had different palaces with 16,108 wives. So there were two different residential palaces. Vasudev, uh, we saw yesterday, verse number 28, that Vasudev and Devki, Vasudev had 18 wives, and they were living in a different palace with 18 wives. And here, uh, from verse number 28 and 29, we see that how Krishna gives equal respect to not only his own mother, but to all the mothers. Prabhupada writes, as an ideal son, Krishna is teaching others how to treat their stepmothers as well, with equal respect. And here, especially today, what's happening when Krishna is in the palace of the parents with Devki, Vasudev, and other stepmothers as well, because of their love and affection for Krishna, so much affection they have in the heart. The milk is coming out from their breast. The milk is coming out naturally. And because of the affection and love, there are tears in their eyes. And the tears, they are wetting the Lord. So beautiful. So much love is being exchanged here. The affection. Because Krishna was away for quite a while and he is coming back. And the love and affection is flowing. When there is love and affection in the heart, in the mind, in the consciousness inside, it comes out, it pours out. So in this situation, it's by the tears from the eyes or by the milk from the breast it's coming out. Prabhupada writes, see, sometimes people may think that अपनी खुद की माँ को तो दूध आता है, ठीक है, मतलब देवकी is the milk is coming out, but here stepmothers as well. How come stepmothers have so much love towards Krishna and milk is coming out from their body? How is it possible? Srila Prabhupada writes, what to speak about mothers? When Krishna was present, even the animals, the cows, when they had so much love and affection for Krishna that even the cows, when Krishna comes closer, they were milking. The milk was coming out. Prabhupada writes, the nipples of all the living entities would become wet and the milk will come out. That's how much love and affection everyone, all the living entities have for Krishna. They are the happy tears. So here, in this particular situation, the learning point and the practical application for us that the love and affection from the mothers, they are coming out in terms of milk and tears. How for a devotee, for all of us, how do we know if the devotee has love and affection for Krishna in the heart? Not by milk coming out, maybe tears coming out. But Srila Prabhupada have given us very clear guidance into this particular understandings. Many times we see that people go to Vrindavan or people come to temple and they start rolling on the ground, and then they behave ecstatic symptoms. They behave like भगवान के प्रेम में पागल हो गए. They start dancing and they start rolling, and the tears come out as well sometimes. But Prabhupada have explained us such a beautifully that if there is love in the heart for Krishna, it should come out in the form of preaching. A devotee will try, the love comes out in terms of preaching. The devotee will try to connect others with Krishna. It's like we take a glass of water and we pour the water full. When the glass of water is full, what will happen? If you put more water, the water will come out of that glass. Water will pour out. In the same way, when the devotee's heart is full of love for Krishna, he can't hold on to more love. So, what will happen is he pour out to others. And that's where we see the love and affection for a devotee for Krishna is visible when he is trying to connect others, when he is making others aware of Krishna consciousness in terms of preaching, in terms of connecting with Krishna, engaging in the service, going out and more people are connected. That is how we can understand the person has developed the love for Krishna in the heart. Very beautiful uh, pastime here. Loving exchanges is happening, and we don't have to artificially imitate that. Practical application is the consistency in our sadhana and preaching that is more important. Let's start with text 30. अथा विशत्स्वभवनं सर्वकामम् अनुत्तमं प्रासादायत्र पत्नीनां सहस्राणि च षोडश. Radhika Mataji, English translation, please.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Thereafter, the Lord entered his palaces, which were perfect to the fullest extent. His wives lived in them, and they numbered over 16,000. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So yesterday we stayed our yatra. We were all going to Dwarka and we stayed at Devki and Vasudeva's palace. जहाँ पे हमारा yesterday study session, the yatra was paused. Today, Krishna, after coming out, the first offering obeisances respect to the mothers, and then he is coming out and going to his palaces. Lord Krishna's palaces are different than parents' palaces, and today there are 16,108 wives Krishna had, and each of them had a separate palace. It's like a township area where there is Krishna is entering, and there are 16,108 palaces, and Krishna is entering. Very beautifully, it is explained here the description of these palaces. Each for us to meditate more. Now we are entering into the palaces of Krishna. It is mentioned with more details in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srila Prabhupada gives little bit of hint in terms of the description of these palaces. Each and every palace was fully equipped with all the necessary compounds, front yard, backyard, beautiful gardens, and these palaces were made with best of the marble stones. They were illuminated by jewels, beautiful jewels, and decorated nicely by curtains and the carpets of velvet and silk. They were bedecked and embroidered with golden laces, very nicely, opulent palaces. And there were 16,108. Now, Krishna is coming from Hastinapur to Dwarka as one. But when he is at the entrance and entering at 16,100 and palaces, Krishna expands himself. Krishna expands himself into 16,100. And each palace, with each of the wife, Krishna is entering simultaneously. And this is one of the vibhuti, this is one of the opulence or potency of the Lord, that he can expand into 16,108. Why these palaces were beautifully decorated with best of the marbles, gardens, bedecked the jewels, silk, velvet, golden lace, because Lord Krishna is Bhagwan. We saw Balwan, the one who has Bal, is Balwan. In the same way, the one who has Bhaga means opulences. Lord Krishna is having a full in opulence, all the wealth. And that's why all these palaces were full in opulences. Very beautiful. Many times people ask that how come Krishna expand 16,108 times? How come Krishna had 16,000 wives? How is it possible? Prabhupada writes in the purport, why 16,000? Our question should be, we need to understand Krishna is Lord. Why only 16,000? He can have 16 million wife. He can have 16 billion wife. Still is nothing. He is Lord. We can't compare our potency and compare that with Krishna's potency. In our potency, we are comparing and then limiting Krishna. Oh, 16,000 is too much. But he is Lord. He is Lord. He can have 16 million, 16 billion. Still, it's nothing for him. Just like Krishna is expanding, Krishna, um, Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Riddhya Arjuna Tishtati. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, I am in heart of each and every living entity. Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Riddhya, in the heart, Arjuna Tishtati. I am situated in everyone's heart. Now, how many living entities? Not only humans, how many living entities are there in the world? Consider all the fishes, birds, animals, insects, reptiles, trees, humans, all the living. And Krishna is in the heart of each and every living entity. So imagine how many times Krishna is expanding himself in this, being in the heart. So compared to that, 16,000 is such an insignificant number. To the material human calculation, we may a person may think that how come Krishna expanded 16,000 times? But if you understand that Krishna expands into heart of each and every living entity, 16,000 is nothing. And that is what we see. Krishna is now expanding, entering into all the palaces now. Let's see what happens after he enters. Someone wants to read Sanskrit? Anshu Prabhu.
Hare Krishna,
The
Dandavat
next
Pranam.
one, Radhika Mataji.
Hare Krishna, all devotees, Dandavat Pranam. Prabhupada ki jai. Verse 31. Patnayaha patim prodya grihanupagatam vilokya sanjata mano mahotsavaha उत्तस्थुरारात् सहसासनाशयात् साकं व्रतैर्व्रीडितलोचनाननाः. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Shila Swami Prabhupada ki jai. The queens of Lord Shri Krishna rejoiced within their minds to see their husband home after a long period abroad. The queens got up at once from their seats and meditations. As was socially customary, they covered their faces shyly and looked about coyly. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Lord.
So now, when Krishna is entering the palaces of the queens of his queens of Dwarka, the queen of Lord Shri Krishna rejoiced within their minds to see their husband come home after a long time. They became very happy, rejoiced, because Krishna is coming back to home after a long time. They got up from their seats and meditations. When Krishna was away, they were meditating on Krishna, thinking of Krishna all the time, just like gopis in Vrindavan. When Krishna goes to herd the cows in the forest, the gopis are thinking, meditating of Krishna all the time. Oh, Krishna's soft lotus feet, there might be some thorns. He is not wearing shoes, and Krishna would not wear shoes because he says, if the cows are not wearing shoes, the cows are going in the forest. How can I wear the shoes? So the gopis were meditating while Krishna was not there in front of them in Vrindavan. Krishna was meditating. In the same way, here also, when Krishna is not there, he was away for a long time. The queens were also meditating on Krishna. And when they saw Krishna came back, they were very happy, they were rejoiced. Actually, Srila Prabhupada mentions so much details about the queens of Dwarka here. The queens of Dwarka, all these wives in the palaces, they were incarnations of Lakshmi, goddess of fortune. and they were participating in the Leela of the Lord. They were participating in the pastimes of the Lord as a goddess of fortune. So how can goddess of fortune stay away from Krishna? So when Krishna was away, they were thinking of Krishna all the time. They were meditating on him. And when Krishna came back, they became rejoiced, they became very happy. In this purport, particularly Srila Prabhupada also mentions the details about Yajna Valkya's religious injunctions on how a woman should behave when husband is away from home. Again, Vedic civilization may not be applicable in today's day and age. It is said the woman should never take part in a social occasion or go to any relative's house while husband is away. In today's modern days is completely opposite. The husband sometimes stays home and wife will go to India or to attend a social function. So practical application in today's modern day and age is very different. But in those situations, like in 5,000 year back, the religious injunctions were a woman should not decorate her body nicely when a husband is away. A woman shouldn't laugh loudly or should not uh, go to any relative's house in any circumstance if the husband is away. And this is what not to do while husband is away. But when in front of husband, when his husband is home, lot of things are mentioned in this. You can read the purport, but I'll give you a couple of snapshots. A wife should always present herself nicely before the husband, very beautifully, and never come in an unclean state before an husband. It is said she must decorate with ornaments, beautiful dressing, and approach husband always in a joyous and happy mood. Joyous and happy mood. So here we see the how queens of Dwarka they will welcome Lord Krishna, and it is said here very shyly and very coyly, like with the full of shy. They are um, welcoming Lord Shri Krishna. Let's see what did they do while Krishna is entering the queens of Dwarka. Um, do I have your permission to read the translations for next 5 verses so we can complete the chapter? You can read Sanskrit on your own throughout the day somewhere. Let's do one more. Radhika Mataji, 32 we will do. After that, we will just do English translations because otherwise we will left with 2 verses and it will be Monday again. Yes, Radhika Mataji, 32.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Tam atma jay drishti bhirantaratmana duranta bhava parir patim niruddhamapi ashravad ambu netrayor vilajjati nam bhriguvarya veklavat. Hare Krishna.
Translation.
The insuperable ecstasy was so strong that the queens who were shy first embraced the Lord in the innermost recesses of their hearts. Then they embraced him visually, and then they sent their sons to embrace him, which is equal to personal embracing. But O chief amongst the Bhrigus, though they try to restrain their feelings, they inadvertently shed tears. Hare Krishna.
So here the wives of Krishna, the queens in the palaces, they were shy, but they embraced Lord Shri Krishna, their husband, by in the mind, in the innermost recesses of their heart, in the mind, they embraced the husband, and physical embracing, they sent their son to embrace Lord Shri Krishna to their father. The sons, Krishna is the father, they sent the son because just like the children, the son is an expansion of a female or the mother's body. So just like the hand, they are also expansion of body. So when we embrace someone, the hands are expanding. In the same way here, the wives, they are embracing Lord Shri Krishna or their husband by sending their sons. And the son physically embrace Krishna, while the wives they are embracing Krishna within their heart, in their mind. They are trying hard to control their tears, but the tears are coming from their eyes because of this love and affection, the happy tears that's coming out. Very beautifully, it is explained in the purport that just like they the queens, they were shy. They were feeling shy, but they and the shyness is like a stumbling block coming closer to Krishna, embracing Krishna. They put their shyness away aside, and in their heart they embrace Krishna. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur beautifully explains this, that for us also, all the shyness, all the stumbling blocks, we need to keep aside and embrace Krishna full heartedly within our heart. And this is the perfection. He is writing, this is the um, beautiful. This is the perfect stage of meeting the Lord Shri Krishna. This is the how, just like the queens, even though they are shy, even though there are stumbling blocks of the shyness or coiling, but they are putting everything aside and embracing Krishna in the heart. In our life also, sometimes हम किसी को बोलते हैं कि माता जी कल आप recap करोगे, माता जी आप लेक्चर दे पाओगे, कैन यू डू प्रेजेंटेशन ऑन द भक्ति वृक्षा, कैन यू टॉक अबाउट दिस, नो प्रभु आई एम वेरी शाय, मैं किसी को बता नहीं सकती, आई कांट स्पीक, मुझे तो कुछ नहीं आता. ऑल दिस टू बी humble is also a stumbling block. We are not here to show off what we know. We are not to show off that we are a great devotee. We are here to assist others somehow or other, do Krishna katha, bring others closer to Krishna. So this particular pastime of the queens, putting all the stumbling blocks away and embrace Krishna full-heartedly, we have to apply this in our life. कुछ भी uncomfortable situations है, shyness है. Look at Srila Prabhupada, uncomfortable situation in the Jaladuta, old age, in the cold, the weather of America, and he left Vrindavan. All the uncomfortable stumbling blocks, keeping it aside and full-heartedly embracing Krishna. And that is what we have to learn from this verse. 33. Rohit Prabhu, Simrat Mata ji hai kya? Today is Friday. Or Rohit Prabhu can read. 33, translation.
Hare Krishna. Although Lord Sri Krishna was constantly by their sides, as well as exclusively alone, his feet appeared to them to be newer and newer. The goddess of fortune, although by nature always restless and moving, could not quit the Lord's feet. So what woman can be detached from those feet, having once taken shelter of them? Hare Krishna.
See, these queens of Dwarka, as I said before, they are the incarnations of goddess of fortune. They were the incarnations of goddess Lakshmi. And we know Lakshmi is always chanchal. Lakshmi is always moving. It doesn't stay at one place anytime. It just keeps on moving. Prabhupada writes so many big empires, big kings, royal treasures, so many rich men, fortunate men having lot of wealth. Everything will be liquidated one day. We see they fall down of the big empires or the big business a person has and it falls down. So Lakshmi is always chanchal, it's moving. It is for at one time, it is at one person's hand, and then it will go to someone else. If not during the life, after the life, end of at the time of death, definitely it's going to belong to someone else. So one day material wealth is sure going to be liquidated, but spiritually Lakshmi is always with the association of Lord. Lakshmi is always wanting the attached. Lakshmi is always wanting the association of Lord and is always serving the Lord, and they cannot quit Lord's association for a moment. And that's why it is compared, the goddess of fortune, they were showing all the shyness, embracing the Lord in the heart, tears in the eyes. It is because of their attachment to the Lord. Lakshmi Devi is chanchal, going, moving every time, but attached to the Lord's feet. And that's why they were showing here very great affection and love for Lord Krishna when he is coming back to Dwarka. Text number 34. Ishita Mataji.
Hare Krishna. The Lord was pacified after killing those kings who were burdensome to the earth. They were puffed up with their military strength, their horses, elephants, chariots, infantry, etc. He himself was not a party in the fight. He simply created hostility between the powerful administrators and they fought amongst themselves. He was like the wind which causes friction between bamboos and so sparks a fire. Hare Krishna.
So the Lord uh, was pacified. He was satisfied after killing all the kings who were burdensome to the earth. So this is talking about the Kurukshetra war, that how all the kings who were puffed up by their horses, elephants, chariots, and everything, and they were burdensome to the earth. But Lord Shri Krishna, when he killed them, all of them, he was satisfied. So this is showing the reason why Lord Krishna was away. Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport that people who are puffed up with their belongings, some money they have, some position they have, some wealth they have. Uh, Srila Prabhupada uses very harsh words in this purport. They are the fools of the first order. They are the number one fools, Prabhupada writes. They are the lowest of the human species. Even though they may have some academic education, but they are robbed of their knowledge. They have demoniac mentality. Prabhupada writes so much. Fools of the first order, lowest of the human species of life, even though educated, they are robbed of their knowledge. They are demoniac mentality if they are puffed up with their position, power, or some belongings they have. And he compares them with the Kamsa, Ravana, Hiranyakashipu, all these things. One must come under the shelter of Krishna. No matter whatever position they have, fame, power they have, but one must come under the shelter of Krishna. It's that is to be done. Otherwise, they are the fools of the first, number one fools, if they are not coming under the shelter of Krishna. Very, very beautiful. 34th. Um, no, I don't want to rush. I'm kind of rushing. Let's stop at 34. We'll start from, because there are 39 verses in this, only five more. So what we will do, instead of rushing and completing and skipping the important lessons, we will join on Sunday, 6:30 to 7, only half an hour, same thing, and we will complete this chapter on Sunday. Is that okay? If some of you are busy, I know it's not part of our regular study on Sunday. You can hear the recording later, but I will share in the group as well. But let's finish it off because there are some important lessons coming out, and it's about beautiful pastime. फटाफट द्वारका यात्रा फिनिश क्यों करने का? हम द्वारका में कृष्णा के पैलेस में उनकी क्वींस के साथ अभी खड़े हैं. Yesterday's night halt in our Dwarka Yatra was at Devki and Vasudev's palace. Today's halt we are having at the palace of Krishna. Just admire the beauty when throughout the day. Golden embroidered laces and beautiful marbles and jewels and velvet and silk carpets around. Just admire throughout the day. There is beautiful garden in the front, backyard, front yard. सब आराम से देखो और फिर कल हम फिर से शुरू करते हैं यात्रा. ठीक है? Any questions, additions, comments? 35 to 39 we will do tomorrow. Oh, Sunday, sorry.
प्रभु जी बहुत अच्छा जा रहा है. वेरी ब्यूटीफुल. थैंक यू सो मच. थैंक यू प्रभु.
बहुत अच्छा है कृष्ण के पैलेस द्वारका. Yesterday night someone called me. Actually Dham Rupini's sister, she is in Dwarka today. And वो बोले हम बीच पे जाते हैं, हम वहाँ पे क्रूज ट्रिप कराते हैं, वहाँ पे लंच प्रसाद होता है. द्वारका इज अ बीच, सो देयर आई सेड आप बीच पे जाओ, हम तो कृष्णा के पैलेस में खड़े हैं अंदर. उनकी वाइफ और उनके पेरेंट्स के साथ पैलेस में खड़े हैं अभी. यस, सम पूजा माता जी, यू रेज्ड हैंड.
आई डिड प्रभु. हम कृष्णा के बीच खड़े हैं. Prabhu, I had question
You're
around
experiencing all that.
text
Yeah, bolo.
30. So it says all energy, all opulences, all beauty, all knowledge. We can't conceive of Krishna. But what about all renunciation? So how do we conceive Krishna's renunciation?
Krishna's renunciation is coming in next two verses as well. That even though having all these things, he is not attached to that. That is called renunciation. So it will come in next two verses that he had a beautiful goddess of fortune, Lakshmis. They are 16,108, so beautifully in the beautiful house and everything. But Krishna is not attached to them. Even though they try to allure, Krishna is not attracted in a bodily platform. In next verse only we will understand that it is not the beauty of of this goddess of fortune which attracts Krishna, but it is the love and affection of these devotees, the goddess of fortunes, that is being attracted by Krishna. So that is his renunciation. He is not attracted. हमारे पास तो थोड़ा भी एक नया आईफोन का मॉडल आ गया अट्रैक्ट हो जाते हैं, थोड़ा नया गाड़ी आ गया attract हो जाते हैं. But Krishna has all these opulences, but he is not attached. So that is his renunciation.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
ठीक है. अरुणा माता जी.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I had
अंशुल प्रभु और अरुणा माता जी सर. हाँ.
It's Anshul Prabhu. Yeah. Prabhuji, I had one question from verse 32. So verse 32, it says, Bhrigu Varya, like the best of the Bhrigus. And here Suta Goswami is talking to Shaunak Rishi and all. But Shaunak Rishi comes from the family of Atri Muni. So why, I got confused, why it is saying, O chief among the Bhrigus?
I don't know. It's not mentioned by Srila Prabhupada in the purport, but definitely we can Bhrigu Varya. We can look into it. Yeah. Give me some time. I'll find it out and get back to you on Sunday. Oh, chief amongst the Bhrigus. Yeah, Prabhupada has not mentioned this in the purport, so I did not study about that. All right, homework for me. Thank you. I love when you guys give me homework. So please, engage me in your service to give homework. Anyone else?
Now I can't wait to come for the Sunday class to find the answer.
Yeah. Krishna's loving in the palace. Krishna's loving exchanges with his wife and sons. देखो घर पे husband wife के बीच में family matter में क्या होता है? We generally don't get involved. When husband is coming home after a long time, wife ने husband के साथ क्या किया? उसके बेटे ने husband के साथ क्या किया? We generally don't ask or don't get involved. But Krishna's interaction coming back home from long time and his interaction with his wife, embracing by the son, all this is printed and published and distributed all around the world in Srimad Bhagavatam. And all the sages, devotees all around the world, they discuss this. How beautifully transcendental it is, which increases our love and affection from Krishna. So this is all spiritual, transcendental. It's not tinged by a mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance. ये तीन गुणों से ऊपर है, and that's why we are discussing all this. Otherwise, husband और wife का घर का मामला कौन discuss करता है? So beautiful. All right, thank you so much. We will see you all on Sunday. We will complete this chapter and Monday से फिर से 12th chapter शुरू करते हैं. ठीक है?